Okay, we start off with the 2020 set, and this was nonetheless a very good question tested. It's very easy, but it actually tested the knowledge of stoichiometry. Now, seeing in a sealed container, you have this much volume of gas, and you have a pressure of 1 into 10 to the power 5 pascals. But what he has done is he has added 0.241 grams of NCl3, which is a liquid. Remember, PV equals nRT is for gases, the gas equation. It's not for liquids. But we know that when NCl3 fully decomposes, which he's saying it's heated and fully decomposes, we know when it fully decomposes, it forms gases, right? And so the pressure would change, and that's what he wants you to find. Calculate the final total pressure in the sealed container. So it's not going to be this pressure. We actually need to find it. But in order to find the total pressure, we need to figure out first the moles of gas that we need to plug into the equation, which is PV equals nRT. And how many moles of gas do we need to plug into the equation? We have to use the knowledge of stoichiometry to convert this mass into moles of NCl3, and then from the moles of NCl3 jump into the moles of gas, which we need to plug into the ideal gas equation. So let's do it. Mass equal mole times molar mass. I'm calculating what? I'm calculating NCl3's moles, right? So that I can use stoichiometry to jump into the moles of gas. So what's the mass? 0.241 equals mole times molar mass of NCl3 is 120.5. N equals, it's basically, NCl3 is nitrogen is 14, chlorine is 35.5, times it by 3. You get 120.5 if I'm not wrong. 0.241 divided by 120.5. What do you get N as? 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. These are the moles of NCl3, sorry, not N, NCl3. Now, I don't need moles of NCl3, I need moles of gas. And I know 2 moles of NCl3 gives me 4 moles of gas. It's basically 1:2. So, 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 moles would give you how many moles of gas? N equals 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. These are the moles of gas. And now I can plug this fella in. I can plug it into PV equals nRT. Pressure, I need to figure out. Volume is what? 250? cm cube, so times it into 10 to the power minus 6, and now we know how we do that. It's good stuff. N is 4 into 10 to the power minus 3, R is 8.31, and temperature is what? Is 20 degrees Celsius. So convert it into Kelvin. 273 plus 20, it's 293. Please always make sure to write the final expression. 4 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 8.31 into 293 Kelvin divided by 250 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. And only now should you write the answer. So what's the pressure that we get? Pressure is 3.90 into 10 raised to the power 4. But please don't write this as your answer, because see, this was the new thing that was being injected. You also know that this was the pressure that you actually started off with. The pressure due to NCl3 being decomposed and all of that good stuff is 3.90 into 10 to the power 4. But you also have to add the pressure that you already had, because he's asking about the total pressure, not the pressure due to NCl3. So you have to add it. P is equal to 3, the total pressure, P total, equals N 3.90 into 10 to the power 4 plus 1 into 10 to the power 1 into 10 to the power 5, and that should give you 1.39 into 10 raised to the power 5 if I'm not wrong. So that's the answer. That's the final answer. 1.39 into 10 raised to the power 5, sir. Good. Got it. Next question. 2020, whatever this is written, blah, 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 in reaction Z, sucrose reacts with water, blum, bloom, blum, bloom, blum. If no catalyst is added in reaction Z, the reaction is very slow. Label Boltzmann distribution to show the effect of adding a catalyst to the sample of sucrose and water molecules at constant temperature. So it's basically sucrose reacting with water molecules, and he's asking you're adding a catalyst, and show the idea if on this graph using the Boltzmann distribution, when a catalyst is added, what happens, and when a catalyst is not added, what happens, right? Now again, you please do not attempt this before you've watched chapter 10, reaction kinetics. This is incorrectly placed in this chapter. I don't know, the ones who were compiling this when I was labeling it, I did not put it in this chapter, but somebody mistakenly put it, but it's okay, it's fine. So I'm going to solve this right here, but please only view it after you're done with reaction kinetics. Now, we studied in reaction kinetics that the activation energy, what does a catalyst do? A catalyst basically lowers the EA, pulls the EA back. So let's suppose this was the activation energy before. Let's suppose this is EA of, uncatalyzed reaction or not catalyzed reaction. This is the EA. What would happen when you add a catalyst? It would just pull back. The EA for a catalyzed reaction would look something like this. It would just be more particles would have energy greater than the EA, right? greater or equal than the EA. Right? So the idea is when you add a catalyst, the Boltzmann distribution graph, nothing happens. The only thing that happens is that you just shift yourself more towards the left in order the EA shifts to the left because the EA actually lowers. It decreases since an alternate pathway is basically given, right? So what do we say? Because now you see the area, the shaded area basically represents the number of sucrose molecules, doesn't it? The shaded area represents the number of sucrose molecules energies. So now when you pulled it back a little, now what this means is that you have more sucrose molecules with energy equal to or greater than the EA. More sucrose molecules have energy greater than the EA because you've lowered the EA, so more proportion of particles actually have the EA. They possess the activation energy greater or equal to the EA. So that's what I'm going to explain in my diagram. I'm going to say, hey, the EA of catalyzed reaction is basically represents or has a greater area under the graph, area under the graph. And what this means is you have more sucrose molecules, right? Which also means there are the proportion, I'll fix my English, the proportion of sucrose molecules having the EA have a greater EA, have a energy greater than the EA, have energy greater than the EA, right? And thus the rate of reaction increases, or you have a faster rate of reaction. Done? So that's the idea. Because once you study reaction kinetics, you'll realize, hey, the shaded region now is greater due to a catalyst, right? EA catalyzed effectively. So it has more molecules which possess the EA because the EA has shifted back. So now you have more molecules which possess the activation energy. And that's what I've said. And therefore the rate of reaction increases. Done, guys? Done and dusted. Let's look into the next question. So, glycerol can be used as the starting material in the manufacture of nitroglycerine, whatever, blah, 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 blah. A sample, and this is important, a sample of nitroglycerine decomposes releasing 1.06 dm cube of oxygen at this temperature and at this pressure. Calculate the mass of nitroglycerine that decomposes. So, see, you're given the data of what? You're given the data of oxygen. But remember, you can't use V equals N times 24. Please, a lot of students confuse this because this volume is at a particular temperature and at a particular pressure. So you have to use PV equals nRT to figure out the moles of oxygen, not V equals N times 24. This actually confuses a lot of students. Please understand, students, that V equals N times 24 is for what? Or 22.4 is for room temperature and pressure or standard temperature and pressure. No, this temperature and pressure are totally different. The temperature is, way off the standard scale, right? So what do? We use PV equals nRT to calculate the moles of the gas. So pressure is what? 10 is power 5, 1 into 10 is power 5 into volume is given 1.06 dm cube. So times it by 10 is power minus 3 to make it into meter cube. Moles we need to figure out. R is 8.31 and T is what? 850 Kelvin. Please write the proper equation. I always say, always write the complete equation, which is the complete expression, which would look something like this. And so how many moles do I have? Moles equals, calculate please, you get 0.015 moles. These are the moles of O2. And now use the moles of O2 to figure out what? The moles of nitrogen glycerine or nitroglycerine effectively. So 1 mole gives you 4 moles. So if you have these many moles of O2, you will just times it by 4. 1 mole of O2 gives you 4 moles of nitroglycerine, Ng. So if you have 0.015 moles of oxygen, how many moles of nitrogen glycerine would you get? 4 times 0.015, what do you get? 4 times 0.015 is 0.06 moles of nitroglycerine. But again, we don't need the moles of nitroglycerine, we need the mass. So mass equal mole times molar mass. Moles is given. And what's the molar mass? You guys can calculate it. See, carbon is 12, times it by 3, hydrogen is 1, times it by 5, plus nitrogen is 14, times it by 3, oxygen is 16, times it by 9. What do you get? You get 227. Thank you. So times this by 227. What do we get? 0.06 multiplied by 227. You get 13.626 grams. And again, I'm gonna write the answer correct to 3 sig fig, because see, all the data that's been given to me is correct to 3 sig fig. So I'm gonna say here it's 13.6 grams. Done. Calculate the total volume of gas released by this decomposition at 850 Kelvin and 1 into 10 to the power 5 pascals. Let's do this stuff. So calculate the total volume of gas released by this decomposition. What's the total volume of gas released by this decomposition? Please, it's so simple. See, a lot of students, what they do is they actually mistake certain ideas. The gas that has been released for oxygen is 1.06 dm cube, but that's just for oxygen. There are other gases as well. You have carbon dioxide gas, you have H2O gas, you have nitrogen gas, you have oxygen gas. If you add all of them up, the total moles of gas that are being released are 29 moles. That's the total moles of gas. See, 12 plus 10 plus 6 plus 1, that's 29 moles. So if 1 mole of gas being released gives out this much volume, 1.06, 29 would give out how much volume? 1.06 dm cube is the volume given out when 1 mole of gas is being released, right? Which is oxygen right here. See, releasing this much oxygen. Oxygen was 1 mole. That's why I'm saying for 1 mole of gas, because oxygen was 1 mole. So if 1 mole of gas is being released, this is the volume that's been given out. If 29 moles were to be released, because you're seeing total volume. So total volume is, you have to take into account all the moles. So for 29 moles, how much volume is being released? 29 times 1.06, what do you get? 30.74 dm cube. Done. And that's it. And again, 3 sig fig. I write it correct to 3 sig fig, which is 30.7. Instead of writing 30.74, I write 30.7. Done. 2020 set over.